Hi guys, in this episode of RDK, I am excited to be checking out Jimin's new album, Phase. I've already checked out Set Me Free and the title track, Like Crazy. So right now, we pretty much have two more songs left to check out, those being Face Off and Alone. Unless I've turned out to be an idiot and I somehow missed a song, in which case let me know in the comments down below. These are the only two songs which we're gonna be checking out, and I'm pretty excited. I've liked Set Me Free a lot. I enjoyed Like Crazy a lot as well, and I'm just curious to see whether the quality is gonna keep up for the B-sides as well, because from what I remember, for the last time I checked out a BTS member's solo B-sides, that being Suga's D2 B-sides, I enjoyed them, but I don't necessarily feel like they were as memorable as the title track. They were good, I liked them, but they just weren't necessarily of the same level as the title track. So I'm curious how it's gonna be for Jimin. Plus, I'm just asking for more good Jimin music, man. I honestly kind of did not expect that I was gonna be as into these solo releases by Jimin as I actually am, because J-Hope released some solo stuff, and I checked out some a little bit, but the style just I didn't really vibe with at the time. Maybe I'll vibe with in the future when I get to react to those. But yeah, I just didn't expect that I was gonna be into Jimin's solo stuff as much. And like I said in the last couple of videos covering Jimin's solo stuff, I just really hope that whenever BTS comes back together, they really have the kind of energy that BTS members have in their solo releases, because their solo stuff are so much more inspired, creative, interesting, and ultimately good. They're better with their solos than the actual group music. And it's just pissing me off, but let's not go into that rant once again. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into the reaction with the first song, Face Off, in 3, 2, 1. I'm not necessarily going to be checking out these two songs twice, just so you know. It's only if they are going to be like really interesting. Only in that case I'm going to be checking them out twice. Man, it's really taking its sweet time starting. I love the swearing. Okay, maybe I will check this one out a second time. We'll see. Okay, I like this one a lot. This is more like Set Me Free, and I dig that. Man, I just love how much there is no autotune in this. Also loving rapping Jimin as well. But it's like, I'm so used to autotune in anything BTS related or hype related that it's just so wild. But I'm so happy that it seems to be fucking gone, because it was the worst thing to ever happen to any artist under hype. Man, I'm so happy. I haven't felt this feeling from that is caused by BTS in fucking years, and I love it. Okay, I'm not gonna be listening to this song a second time for several reasons. There's a lot of downtime where nothing happens, and it's just an unnecessary waste of time. And also, I feel like there's not necessarily much that I'm going to get off of a second listen, and I just want to get through this because there's a bunch of more videos that I have to record. So, let's kind of like quick fire this one. I like it. It's very enjoyable. I'm a little surprised that it was as enjoyable as it turned out to be, because I wasn't sure what direction they were going to go with, he was going to go with, for the B-side stuff, because the pre-release Set Me Free and the title track Like Crazy are two very different things, with the only common thing between them being the very emotion, like emo, literally emo energy that both songs kind of have. And that is also a thing for this song as well. I definitely feel like some of that like emo stuff, especially in the chorus, and I love that about it. In many ways, this feels like a slightly different execution of what Set Me Free is, and I'm okay with that. I am, because it's different enough. Whereas Set Me Free is kind of shorter and more concise and to the point, and is a little bit repetitive, but also kind of catchier. This one is a little bit more chill and more spread out, and just has a little bit more depth to it, you know? So it kind of feels like the two ways that you could do a song like this for me. So I kind of enjoy both in the same way in that regard. I don't think I'm going to end up listening to this song as much as I did for Set Me Free, but I've also listened to Set Me Free like an insane amount of times. The only song that I've listened to more this year has been Stray Kids' The Sound. And that one has been... I've listened to that song probably at this point definitely more than 50 times, going for 100. But yeah, I love the emotion of this song. I love the energy. I love the lyrics. I love the kind of like anger that he seems to be portraying in this one. And I love the swearing. Definitely adds a little bit of charm as well. But man, this is so good. And I love the lack of altitude. It's so good. It's so nice to not have to deal with unnecessary altitude. I don't know what the hell I was thinking for a couple of years. Maybe they're still doing it. I haven't checked out a track by TXT since Good Boy Gone Bad, but I think that it's also about time for them to come back again. So there's that as well. Maybe there was a comeback that I'm just yet to react to. I don't remember. I have like 20 folders with at least 5 music videos each that I still have not reacted to. And that is from 2022. Music videos from 2022. I barely scratched the surface of releases for 2023, so it's gonna be a while until I get to any TXT track. But my point is, I hated that autotune, and it seems to be gone, and I'm so happy for that. But yeah, in terms of rating for this one, I think I'm gonna go with an 8.9 out of 10. Might be a little bit overrated. I'm gonna say this because I'm not quite sure whether it's going to go down with time or whether it's going to go up with time. So I'm going to kind of go with a safer 8.9 out of 10. But I think it's very enjoyable. I feel like there could be a little bit more catchiness to it. but I still enjoy it the way it is. It's very good and very enjoyable. And for a B-side, it's amazing, man. It's amazing. It's just that for me, with me doing these reactions on YouTube, I at this point have such a high standard for B-sides that I expect B-sides, at least one B-side per album reaction, to be better than a title track. And this one doesn't really get there. It's a good B-side, but I wouldn't call it like a good title track, you know? But we still have one more song to check out, so without further ado, let's get into Jimin's Alone in 3, 2, 1.
언제부터였을까 눈앞에서 웃고 있는 모두가 무섭게 느껴져 도망치려 했지만 갈 길을 잃어버린 지금은 너 스위치에 손들고 기억이 나지 않을 때 생각해보았어 지금 내가 뭘 하고 있는 건지 왜 나만 이런 건지
Man, I don't remember if I've ever heard Jimin's voice this fucking clear. What the hell? It just makes me mad that Hype or Big Hit or whoever you wanna call it hid it for so long. Because it sounds so good. Man, this is a more chill song, and yet I still love it, and you can still feel the quality of it. In some ways, it's better than Face Off, man. This brings me back to the days where every single BTS song used to be so good for me. And at that period of time, BTS was the only group whose B-sides were actually good. I thought every other group's B-sides were shit. More or less. It sounds so good, man. I love it when a slow song like this manages to be very engaging. It's not frequent that it happens. Man, this song just makes me wanna like cozy up to the window and watch the rain, or get on a bicycle and just ride around on a moody day. It just has that vibe, and I love it so much. Okay, really pleasantly surprised with this one. This one, like I said, in some ways it's kind of better. I feel like in terms of the idea that they had for this song and the execution of it, it's flawless. Like, there was no part of the song where I felt like it was off or where it didn't engage me based on the average level of engagement that the song has, you know? Like, I was never, like, bored by it. Like, I was never bored by it. It was really good. Like, Face Off in comparison, it was still good, but it definitely had a little bit more of a variety in my enjoyment level. a little bit more. Whereas this one, I was just like consistently, wow, this is really good, you know? So in some ways, I am honestly kind of willing to give this one a 10 out of 10. But I guess a more accurate representation of the song in terms of its rating is like a 9. If I gave Face Off an 8.9 out of 10, then I feel like this one is like a 9 out of 10. Because both songs are really good. Both are amazing. Both are really, really enjoyable. And like I said during the reaction, it just brings me back to the period of time when I first became a K-pop fan, where I was just blown away by how good BTS's B-sides were. Because most other groups' B-sides just weren't up to the same level. Obviously, since then, I've kind of like changed my opinion in that regard, and I've found so many good B-sides in many different groups. But back then, BTS was the only one that kind of like managed to like have that quality that they had for the title tracks in their B-sides. And this just brings me back to that period of time where when I was listening to those good BTS B-sides, and I was just finding these treasures. Because I still remember the day when I listened to like Hat to Say by BTS, like 1, 2, 3. I remember the day when I first listened to that song, and I just stumbled upon it randomly. Same for Butterfly. And those turned out to be such good songs, you know? And this just kind of reminds me of that. It just makes me want to see BTS back again and killing it with this kind of music, man. Because, like, ultimately, any criticism that I have in regards to BTS's music and my issues with it, it's not about style. It's not about whether they're doing cutesy shit or hard-hitting and rap-heavy shit. It's about the impact and the vibe. This sounds like a BTS song to me. That's the best way I can describe it, and I want that BTS energy to come from BTS again. But yeah, really good song, really good album. I'm definitely going to be listening to all 4 songs on this album, and I honestly did not see that coming. It's so far the best album of the year. Although there's a possibility that the new boy group Xikers, or Psychers, I think it's their name, their album might be really good, but I still haven't even listened to their debut title track, so I'm gonna have to wait until I do that before I can be the judge of that. But anyway, I think that's where we're gonna wrap this one up. What are your guys' thoughts about these 2 songs? Did you enjoy them? Do you agree with my thoughts? Do you like them as much as I do? Do you like them less? Comment all of your thoughts down below, and let's have a discussion about this. And also, before we end this video, I just want to give a huge shout out to my currently 4 patrons on Patreon: Omar Richmond, Deadpool, Corvidet, and Andrew. Thank you guys for your support. I really appreciate it. It really means a lot to me. You have decided to support me, have continued to support me in such a long time. Hope you continue to enjoy my content and continue to support me going forward. Thank you very much. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you did, please leave a like, subscribe. Also, check out the description to my Wattpad where I post my stories, because in addition to doing all these videos on my channel, I'm also a writer. And if you haven't enjoyed my stories or simply enjoy my videos, you can head over to my Patreon or to my Ko-fi account where I can pledge your support and help get the channel going, have support me so I can keep writing the stories you enjoy. But if you don't want to do any of that, that's completely fine. You can still help me out in other ways, like liking this video, subscribing to the channel, and especially sharing this video with somebody who you think might enjoy it. And I think it's pretty much it for this video, so hopefully I'm gonna see you in the next one. Bye!